Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this fun little flight. We're going to go ahead and take a very short flight from LAX to Santa Barbara, and I've already set up my flight plan. I've already filed it with VATSIM. We are ready to go. So what we'll do is just aircraft is already started up. Bunch of videos on how to start the plane up. You know, I'm using the A320NX from Flyby Wire, so a shout out to their wonderful developers. This is an excellent aircraft. I do have a couple of mods installed. For example, you can see in this aircraft here, I've got the cream and the black with the black seats and so forth. So anyway, we are sitting at Los Angeles International, and we are at gate 49A, 49er Alpha. Let's take a look outside. Here we are. We can see pretty busy out here. Well, out ahead of us it is. But let's see, we've got a couple of planes in this alleyway at Terminal 4, which happens to be American Airlines terminal, I believe is Terminal 4, according to charts and stuff. So let's go ahead and get back into the aircraft. Hold on one second here. Yes, okay, so let's go ahead and contact air traffic control. Let's get ourselves going. All right, so actually before we do that, let's do a few things in the aircraft to sort of set things up a little bit. Let's go over here to the iFly pad, or whatever you want to call this guy, and I want to put in the actual fuel that we're going to be using according to the flight plan. If I come over here, look at the flight plan, I can see our fuel today is 3961 right here, 3961. So we're going to go back to this guy, and we're going to put that in there, right there at the end. Backspace out. What was it? 3961. 3961. And we'll go ahead and start the refueling, or actually defueling, of the fuel in the plane. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go down to the MCDU where we program the flight. And I started to do this a little bit before I started the recording, but all I did was went over here to, actually it looks like this. Come over here, come over to here, init, initialization. I did that. So I'm going to go back. Now I'm going to go to weight and balances. That's what this is right here. The fuel is loading over there on the fly pad, which we just put in, 3961. So that's currently loading. If you want it right away, you can just click on the load, and it'll, you know, load up the plane with a proper amount of fuel, and you don't have to wait 8 minutes. But I like to wait. We're going to go to page 2. You see here, page 2. We do have, passengers. So let's go here to page 2. And I like to send a request so I can see how many passengers we have. I believe we have a full flight. So we will send. Okay, so here is the manifest, I suppose, if you want to call that. We have 174 passengers to board. We have I don't know what this is, 32, 42, whatever, they're just numbers. Anywho's, so before we can load passengers, it is important for us to have the jetway attached to the aircraft. So I'm going to go ahead and go back outside here, and let me zoom in just a little bit and come over here, because I just like to watch it in action. And I also use this little utility. I think it's called Toolbar Pushback Helper, something like that. but on there has a couple of options we can do. First of all, let's get the luggage going. So I'll click on the luggage. And let's go ahead and do catering, even though it's a short flight. It's a short flight, but you know what? Doesn't matter. We'll give people some sandwiches, maybe some steaks. It depends on what they want. Okay, so we're going to load up. And if we go over here, you can see the door is ready to go. Luggage is getting ready to be loaded on, and of course, so is the catering. Now let's go ahead and let's get the jetway connected. There we go. So we can let those antsy people, you know, loaded up on the aeroplane. Oh, look at that. Door opened up. Sweet. Wow. They got some interesting noises here. I'm not sure what they're doing, but anyway, all right, let's get back into the plane. Okay, nice and quiet. Now that the jetway is connected, we can start boarding. There we go. And the people are coming on. Let's continue to set up the flight. So we're going to go ahead and do this. This grabs everything from SimBrief. Very good. Just taking a look here. Wind temp. I don't know how important it is to do that, but I do have the information, so I'll put it in there. I click on it. Come back over to the flight plan. Here she be. Here's the flight plan. And we want to take a look at the top here. Average wind right here. 137/012. And we are flying at 10,000 feet. So we need those 3 bits of information. So let's go ahead and head back over here. Wait, I already forgot. Hold on. 137/012. So it is from the 137/012 slash 10,000, and I think you have to, let's see if that works. It does. There you go. We're done with that. Let's go back. Okay. We are going to wait until all the passengers are on board before we do any of this, because I think this adjusts as people hop on board. I don't know, but we're going to wait. The fuel block, we can put that one in. So the fuel block, if you remember, for this flight was 3961, so 3.9. So we'll go 3.9, and we'll put that in. So we cannot forget to come back and do this. We will do that once all the passengers are on board. Okay, now let's go over here to the flight plan. And let's see what we have over here. Now, the only thing I'm going to set up over here is the fact that we are departing on runway 25 right. And that's it. And then I have to clean up, because we'll have some weird discontinuities in the flight plan. We'll have to clean those up so that the plane doesn't go haywire once we get up in the sky and we enable autopilot. So essentially we are going to take off from runway 25 right. So we will go up. Let's find 25 right. Here we go. And we're going to depart on the Ventura 8 departure. So VTU, Ventura 8 departure. Now all of these are they're tied to SIDS, which are standard instrument departure, and STAR, standard arrivals. They're all different charts. You can look up on YouTube what they all mean. I don't know 100%. I just know enough to, program this thing and make sure that things are right. But I do know that this right here is not correct, because we are not going to Dinty. That's way out. So we're going to click insert just to get the bare bones in there. Let's put that in. And you will notice that we're leaving 25 right. I think we can get rid of this from what I understand. So I'm going to do the clear button. And let me see if this works. Clear. I want to clear. And let me just go up here just to do these first. So let's do sudo. Clear sudo. Okay, good. And while I'm in here, I might as well clear out Dinty. Now you notice there's 2 VTUs. One of them should disappear. There we go. This is really what we want. From LAX to Ventura to Quang, then to Zax. Marnes, well, we probably won't get to Marnes. That's too close to the airport for us to actually hit. We will turn in and start making our visual approach to runway 25, and we'll start turning in from Zax. But we can leave this as is. But what I do want to try is to get rid of the user thing up here. I think I need to get rid of that. So let me see if it'll work. Clear user. Good. Very nice. All right. That's it. I will go ahead and click insert. All right. So this part is done. Now what I want to show you is to go back over here to where we were loading the passengers. And I want you to see something. I don't know if they're done yet, but let's go here. Go over to the passengers. Everything is done, so we are set. Okay. So let's go back to the to the init page. Over here on the init page, we're going to go to the next guy over here. We can actually do 0 fuel weight and 0 fuel weight, whatever that is, center of gravity. I'm not sure what that means. But anyway, I push that button, comes up on the bottom. I push it again, and it loads it in. Wait for everything to load up. I do nothing with it. I'm just going through the motions at this point. Alrighty. Now we are going to go back to the performance page. We're going to take off with one setting of flap. Flex the temp. Yeah, I could calculate it, but I'll just put 62 in. 62 in. If you don't put a flex temp in, then when you go to take off, you're going to have to go all the way forward on your throttle to the Togo takeoff go around, or whatever it is, all the way forward. So I put it to 62 so that I can put it to the flex position, detent, on the throttle. Now what that is let me see if I can zero in over here. So you can see right now we're at 0. Boom, right? Here is the climb. This is climb. You put it there when you want the plane to do autopilot, control everything, the speed and all. Flex is what we'll use to take off, but if you don't set the flex temp, then you'd have to throw the throttle all the way to take off, go around, GA. Okay, so there's our little deal. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's go back here, and now 62. In the United States, the transitional altitude is always 18,000 feet. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have the system automatically determine the V1 speed, VR rotate speed, and V2 speed. So here we go. Let's do that. 135. Push it again to load it in. Bada boom. Load it in. And this should be like 140. It is. Okay, good. All right. Okay, radio navigation. We don't really need to do anything with this. We're going to do a visual approach. So we're not going to use any ILS or anything of the sort. All right, the passengers are loaded in. Everything is ready to go. So I'm going to go here, back up to the front here. Oops, back up to the front. We're going to go ahead and close the doors, and we're going to ask for, actually what we could do right now is ask for clearance to Santa Barbara. And I've already filed I've already filed the flight plan with VATSIM. So they're pretty quiet today. But anywho's, let's see what's, let me see, let me go ahead and ask for request clearance to Santa Barbara. Better have a pen ready, because sometimes they give me a pre-departure clearance where I don't have to read anything back, which is always nice. And then sometimes they just tell you and you have to read it, you have to kind of read it back. So get yourself a pen and paper and write it down. Don't be silly, because you don't want to mess with the VATSIM guys. They will they'll tear you up. Anywho's, here we go. All right. Always makes me nervous. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that the radio. Let me bring the. Let me bring this over here. So I'm going to move this out of the way. We'll clear the screen here in a second. But you'll notice you've got ATIS here. So I click on ATIS, and oh, it looks like things change a little bit. So look down here, and you see we have information. It says you have information J. Well, J is Juliet. So we're going to tell them that we have Juliet when we ask for clearance. And all that means is that you're telling them that you've went through the ATIS, you went through all this stuff here, you looked at it, you know your winds, you know what your altimeter is, 299.5. And if you look down here on the aircraft, I set it to 299.5. Actually, I got that from the flight plan, which was really cool. In the PDF file. So just look through. There's a lot of interesting things in there aside from the route that you're going to be taking. Of which, let me just review real quick where we are going. So we are going from Los Angeles to Santa Barbara, and this is how we're going to get there. We're going to take off from 25 right, the runway 25 right. Those of you who don't know, 25 right is the runway on the right side, facing roughly 250 degrees. For LAX, those runways are facing 251 degrees. So ATC, when you take off, might tell you fly runway heading. Well, what is it? It may not be 250. You have to know exactly what the direction is, you know. So it's 251, but that's also in the charts. Now, I'm not going to show any charts, not doing any of that. I'm just going to fly the plane according to this and so forth. All right. I'm real familiar with the taxiway here at LAX. I do it all the time. So no taxi charts. We're just going to look at the signs on the taxiway and follow the instructions when they tell us to taxi to 25 right on these particular taxiways. So we take off. We're taking off via the Ventura 8 departure, which is this right here. So from the Ventura 8, once we take off, once we get clearance to turn, we're going to turn to Ventura, which is a VOR. And then from Ventura, we're going to go direct to Quang. And then from Quang, we're going to go direct to Zax, and then direct to Marnes. Well, actually, in between, right before we get to Zax, we're going to make our turn so that we can prepare to land at runway 25 at Santa Barbara. So that is the route that we are taking. All right, that's it. Oh, I just got a ding ding. I don't know what that is. Let me look. You never know. You never know. So let me see here. Let me go look real quick. Okay. Not much there. Now, let me talk to you. So we just talked about ATIS. We have information Juliet, and we grab the 299.5. Who cares about the winds? I don't really care. As long as I can get the plane up in the air and fly it, no biggie. So I'm not truly into that portion of caring quite yet. So we are going to talk to LA Tower to get our clearance. You work from the bottom up. So if LAX Tower is online, you're going to get your clearance from Tower. If Approach is online, you're going to get your clearance from Approach. If LAX Center is online, you're going to get your clearance from them. If Nobody else exists below them. So it's a top, I think it's a top up. And I'll know if I'm right or wrong when I call this guy at LAX Tower and he says, oh, you have to contact so-and-so or whatever. But we'll see. We are ready to contact. Now, what I do want to do is to jot these other frequencies down because we're going to need them. So I know that LAX Tower, I've got that programmed in. I just don't have it activated yet so I could talk to you and not hear a lot of ATC traffic conversations. So we 120950. Okay, approach is 124.500, and then LAX center is 135.550. Now let me see who all is on here. Let's see. Don't know him. Tom, yeah, I've had LAX ATC service from Tom before. So they're all really good guys. They really are. Some of them are a little bit more, strict or whatever. But anyway, you just ask the question, and if they're not busy, they'll help you out. But, and you learn a lot, I'll tell you. If you step on somebody while you're transmitting or asking questions, they'll let you know. Don't do it. Anywho's, alrighty. I'm going to get my lights all squared away. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way. And I am going to move this. I'll leave this here for now. Let me move that out of the way. So there we are. Back to whatever. So now what I want to do is go down to the M's power so I get access to the radios. And I'm going to change over to 120950. That is tower, and then I'm going to ask for clearance. Now, we are American 88, so here we go. Sounds quiet so far. Let me get everything set here. Okay, here we go. Los Angeles Tower, American 88 requests a pre-departure clearance for IFR Santa Barbara. American 88.
Yeah, on board.
Delta 2639, Los Angeles Tower, cleared to Las Vegas Airport. Orca 5 departure, Meissen transition.
So I may have stepped on somebody. So let's see what happens. You should have spoken up sooner. All right, here.
Departure frequency 124.5.
Sounds like he's going to read it to me, so we'll see what happens. If you heard me, I might be up next.
And Los Angeles Tower for Delta 2639. We're actually, unfortunately, the AirAct didn't update for us, although we recently updated it, but we're unable to do the arrival for Las Vegas. Is there any amendment that we can do to the routing to accommodate?
Delta 2639, stand by a minute.
So now they're looking. I have to wait till he's done with him before I can cut in. Otherwise, I get in trouble for stomping on him. So I'm letting him think or do whatever he's got to do over there. In the meantime, let's reset our deal here. And I'll go ahead and disconnect the jetway. So I always like to look outside. There we go. Let's undo the jetway.
Delta 2639, I have a reroute for you. Advise ready to copy.
See, there you go. He gets a reroute. I'm going to move this out of the way. All right.
2639 cleared to Las Vegas Airport. Sub-E3 departure, Daggett transition, Lark 1 arrival. Climb views that accept maintain 5000. Expect flight level 2900 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.5, squawk 7142.
Now he's got to read that back to him. Probably wrote it down. Now he's going to read it back. Here we go. Anytime.
Los Angeles Towers for 2639. So basically the issue on board that we have here is none of the new arrivals that are existing at Las Vegas are currently in the FMC. So we're currently running a pretty old AirAct to the point where it's all the old stars and arrivals.
Smart.
For our flight today.
Smart.
Delta 2639, I understand, but you can fly the Lark 1 arrival using just VOR to VOR navigation.
There you go.
Perfect. That works for me.
But he probably...
Could you just type in the routing into the text bar for
no.
me? For swing system now?
Write it down. Write it down like the rest of us.
Actually, I'll send you a PVC that makes it easy to look up.
See, that's what he wanted.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you so much.
It's fun. It's fun. Now.
Tower, JetBlue 622.
Oh man, someone cut in front.
JetBlue 622.
All right, hold on. We'll get in there.
Hey, sorry about that. We did had a sim crashed. Is our clearance still good to Cabo by chance?
JetBlue 622.
They crash?
What is the destination airport again?
It should be Cabo. That's Mike Sierra Delta.
JetBlue 622. It is now.
Appreciate it, and thank you.
All right. Here we go. Los Angeles Tower, American 88, request IFR clearance, Santa Barbara.
American 88, Los Angeles Tower, cleared to Santa Barbara Airport, Ventura 8 departure, Ventura VOR, Quang, direct, climb via Civic set, maintain 5,000, expect 10,000 5 minutes after departure, departure frequency 124.5, squawk 7255.
Cleared, Santa Barbara via Ventura 8 departure to Ventura VOR, direct Quang, climb via the SID to 5,000 feet, expect 10,000 feet 5 minutes after departure, contact departure at 124.5, squawk 7255, American 88.
American 88, read back correct. Expect runway 25 right. Expect runway 25 right for departure. Los Angeles altimeter 29905. Call 1 ready for taxi. No, call push and start. Apologies.
Expect runway 25 right, altimeter 29905, and we will contact you when we are ready for pushback. American 88. So, what we're going to do is we're going to pre-program. First of all, let's get the squawk code 7255 put in there. So let's go down to, I think it's power. Yeah, 7255. We will turn that on. We will turn that on all the way. This makes us visible to the air traffic tower, essentially, or whoever's monitoring us. I don't know. Anywho's, okay. Now, let's verify our altimeter is 29905. So let's do this. It is over here 29905. So we're good there. He said to climb. We're going to climb 5,000 feet, expect 10,000 feet 5 minutes after departure. Now, what he's going to do, he's going to clear us to take off. He's going to probably tell us fly runway heading 251, and then once I'm up in the air, then I go ahead and I contact departure at the 124.500. So let's go ahead and set up our altimeter or our altitude.
Los Angeles Center for Delta 2639, actually. We were on a bit of a time restriction.
And I'm guessing
like we're gonna be able to make it by the time
that
we have to
he
go.
is
just going to be disconnected from the network.
Well, let's see. I'm guessing he's going to say fly runway 251. So let's go here. Whoops. 251. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to do that. Now, that may reset once we get over to the runway. I don't know why it does that, but it might do that. So, now let's see. Let's go down and put in the departure 124.50. So let's go back to our MCDU. Oh, let's go to power. Yeah, MCDU, and we're going to put in 124. So put in 124.50. Let's take that down to 5. There we are. That way when we get up, we will be ready to boop and transfer that on over there. Okay. So let's go to, I think we're ready for pushback. First things first, we're going to go up here to the top. Wait a minute here. Whoop. Let's go here. And here, we're going to go ahead and start the APU. So let me see if I have this. I'm trying to do stuff here. I use an Elgato, so I'm just trying to use it. So hold on one second while I find it on my board here. You can fast forward if you want. E-coms, flaps, lights, barrel, EPA, pushback, ATC, overhead. There we go. Overhead, APU. So, the APU master switch is on. The start button, that's available. The APU bleed, we will go ahead and turn that on. And yeah, then we're going to go up here and we're going to go to battery and we're going to turn off the external power. There we go. Go up here.
Charlie 8 Bravo.
For our fuel, we're going to go ahead and turn on the left fuel tank 1, left fuel tank 2, the center fuel pump 1, center fuel pump 2, the right fuel pump 1, and the right fuel pump 2. So that's all squared away. We are going to turn on the beacon because the beacon says, hey, you know, we're about ready to start and we're about ready to move. So boom, beacon light is on. At this point, I believe we are ready for pushback. So here we go. What I'm going to do, I'm always saying what I'm going to do. I don't know. I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to go ahead and call the tug. So there he is. Let's see if we can see. There. Ah, look at that little guy. Getting in there ready to hook up. Getting ready to push back his good old buddy. There we go. We'll wait for him to get into position, and then we will call tower and say we are ready for pushback. And while he's doing that, let's just take a look around here. So there's quite a bit of airplanes in this alleyway here, so let's see. He's going to snap into position. I don't know why they don't do it right, but here we go. Here he goes. Snap! Come on! Bleep! Slippity slap. There you go. Very good. So let's go back in and go here. I'm going to release the power brakes. I'm going to release the parking brakes. So let's see what we're doing here. Power. Primary. Oh yeah. FCU, ECAM, MCDU, power. Okay, so
2565, welcome to Los Angeles.
let's do. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and release the parking brakes. And very good. Let's go back up to here. All right. Sorry for making y'all dizzy. Now, let's go ahead and ask permission to push back. So here we go. I'm going to call tower up. So let's see. Los Angeles Tower, American 88 is ready for pushback and startup from gate 49er Alpha.
United 2565, cross runway 25 right, taxi to ramp via Bravo.
Runway 25 right, Bravo, right, 2565.
United 2565, which gate are you heading to?
I think it's 78, let me get right back to you.
American 88, push onto Charlie as approved, face east.
Push on to Charlie, facing east, clear to push back, American 88. Now, whatever that means, I'm not sure what that means, but facing east, who knows?
Thank you, no problem.
Because we're already facing at the 60-degree mark. 90 is east, so that's what we'll do. We will face east once we push back. Okay, so here we go. Let me slow. This is a big plane. I don't want our speed to be too fast. So here we go. Push back. Boom. Now, while we are pushing back, what you don't see is I have a throttle quadrant, and there's a switch for me to switch to start position, ignition, start position. So I'm going to turn that, and when I do, you'll notice down here that this ECAM screen will wake up. So here we go.
7622, RNAV to Docker, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff, wind 25012.
Okay.
Takeoff 25 right, RNAV Docker, just 622.
And once I kind of clear a little bit further, I could always look around. I could always do that. Boom. See, I could look around. Make sure I'm not.
20, welcome to Los Angeles, exit
I do not have VOR, so
right.
That's the way it goes. I just take a peek out. And if I want, I could always look outside just to see. At this point, I'm going to turn on engine 2. That's the first engine. So there we go. Hear them rumbling up. Yes! Okay, we'll keep this. Ooh, did I just run into something? Did you see that? Okay.
Los Angeles Tower, Giant 3364 Heavy on the ground, ready to copy IFR.
Giant 3364 Heavy, Los Angeles Tower, clearance on request, standby.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to wait for, they always tell you to do the chrono thing, but I don't. I'm sure in real life they do, but I don't. I just do it. I mean, I just start the engines. Okay, wait for a clunk. Did you hear it? Boop. Start engine number 1. Whoa. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start my turn, and hopefully I'm going to face east. So we just watch this guy here, and we're going to face east. Once it gets to 90, we're going to stop. Let's see where we're at.
To Miami Airport, stop to departure, convoy transition, then is filed. Climb via Civic Cut, maintain 5000, expect flight level 330, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.5, squawk 7044.
Oh, yeah.
Giant 3364, clear dock T to the transition.
We're at 80.
Climb via the SID, except maintain 5,000, departure 124.
We are at 80, boys. Here comes 90.
Giant 3364 heavy.
Okay, once it comes to 90, we will go ahead and straighten her out.
Altimeter 29905, call 1 raise for...
There's 90, so we'll continue to go back a little bit. And what I'm going to try and do is get my nose onto that yellow line. That yellow line right there. So we're doing good so far. Now, let's see, look over here. So while we're doing this, we can go ahead and set our flaps. So we'll put it to 1, setting 1. The other thing we will do is arm the spoilers. And what else do I have to do? Something else. Oh, and the brakes. We've got to set the brakes. So where are you at? Brakes, brakes, brakes. Auto brake. We're going to set to max. Oh, they don't work. Brake fan works. Ah, well, okay. Manually set it. Set it up there. Go back to lights, because the next thing we're going to have to do is set our, where are we at? Let's not cut across. Okay, we're almost there. Let's see. All right, I think that is good. So we will stop. Okay. We will apply our parking brake. And we will release the tug. Let's make sure he goes away. Yep, he's going away. Now we can move this guy out of the way. There we go. Get you out of the way. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and test our configuration. There we go. Now, you will notice, let me see if you can see this here. Cabin check. This essentially means to tell the cabin crew to get things ready to go. That's what that means. But we'll do that once we, might as well do it now. So come up here and do all call. Here we go.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Excellent. Okay, back down here. Now, we are ready to taxi. But in order to taxi, we've got to turn on our taxi lights. So we'll come over here to our lights. We're going to go ahead and put on our taxi, which I love. Okay. Once we get to the run... something else we have to do. Let me do this here. Hold on. So we have to... overhead. Hold on. Primary flight. Okay. Pilot. Okay, here we go. Pilot. Once the engines are on, we put the switch back into the normal mode, which I just did. The other thing we do is we turn off with the APU. We go to the APU. Where are you at? Boy, it's hard to find those things. APU. Oh. We have to go to overhead. Here we go. Okay, and then we're going to go to APU. We're going to turn off the APU bleed, and we're going to turn off the master switch. And we will. Wow, that doesn't do anything. The start button, and we're ready to go. Okay, we are ready. So I'm going to come back here, go back to the lights. You don't see it, but I'm doing it on my Elgato thing. Man, can you believe it? 45 minutes later and we're just ready to taxi. Sorry guys, it's taking so long, but you know. Anywho's, I enjoy it. So let's go back to our screen. Right? And let's back up a little bit. There we go. Alright, we are ready. Los Angeles Tower, American 88, ready to taxi, IFR Santa Barbara.
American 88, runway 25 right, taxi via Charlie 9 Bravo.
Charlie. Clear taxi 25 right via Charlie 9 Bravo, American 88. All right, here we go. So, I will bring this up real quick while we're here, because I do want to show you this. I am going to show this chart to you. I think it's going to be cool to show you this. So he gave us taxi clearance via Charlie 9 Bravo. So I'd like to show you the chart for that. So, all right, let me move this over here. All right. Let's see if I can do this.
American 88, are you able to make Charlie 10 directly?
Absolutely. It's just right over here to the right. I can make that.
American 88, and taxi Charlie 10 Bravo to runway 25 right.
Taxi via Charlie 10 Bravo to runway 25 right, American 88. Thank you. So they gave us a different little taxiway, and let me just kind of show you something here. Let me go outside and show you here.
Are you going to be ready to depart again?
So
Affirmative, we can keep rolling.
this right here is Charlie 10. And the one down here is Charlie 9. So, anyway, that's what we're going to do.
RNAV hyper, clear for takeoff.
Here, I'll just show you. Here we go. We'll just go and do it. Okay, so, release our parking brakes. Whoa, did you see that guy? Release our parking brake. Okay, parking brakes off. Let's go back to lights because we're going to have to mess with those once we get down to the runway and get ready to take off. So we are ready to roll, folks. Put your seatbelts on. Okay. Cleared left. And cleared right. And let me just see what's behind me. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, here we go. Hey-o. All right. Okay, got a nice sharp right. Apply just a little bit of rudder. Here we go.
LA Tower, Skywest 2903, 25 left.
So here we are.
Skywest 2903, Los Angeles Tower. Runway 25 left, clear to land. Caution wake turbulence. Departing traffic is Boeing 747.
We're following the yellow line.
Wind and it's clear to land.
And I'm actually going to lower the volume for those guys so they don't. So they're not so.
2903, wind,
go to settings, audio. There we go. Okay, now we're going to swing in to Charlie 10. Now let me stop. Okay, you can look off. Ah, shoot. Okay, we'll keep going. I'll show you. But to the left, you can see B on the black and then B7. So those are. Let me just check right. Make sure we're not cutting anybody off. Good. Staying here. Now we are on Bravo. Now you can see these signs here. This one to the right says 25 right, -7 left, B7. So here is B7 right to the right. That's B7. Let's see. There on the left you just saw C9. So right here on the left, that's C9. And this is what planes, this is what they use to navigate. There's B, so we're on B, but B7 is coming up on the right. So here we go, B7 is on the right over here. I'll show you. That's B7. And we have to go all the way down to the end of the runway. Now look over there on the left. There's C8 is to the left. We're on B, because that's on black. And then B6 is coming up on the right, shooting off to the right. Okay. So we just sort of, and I'm using foot rudders or pedal rudders to keep us, you know, on the road, on the taxiway. In the now in the real A320, the pilot. Let me just show you a couple of the instruments. Let me see here. So this right here is the flight stick. This is what they use to fly the plane. This right here is what they use to steer the plane. Or they could use the rudder pedals down here like what I'm using. If I push the right, see it go down, push the left, it kind of goes there. Reset our little do here. Okay, here we're coming up on C6. Now here's one. C6 on the left, we're on B, B4's up to the right, and B5 is over here on the left. So it's pretty interesting. LAX is a pretty cool airport. So you can see we're kind of getting a little too far to the right. Let's get ourselves back centered.
Feel free to cross at Hotel 5.
There we go. And we can take a look outside. There's our plane. There's the front. Our lights are on. Taxi lights are on. Sweet. Okay. Don't go too fast. It's not what you think it is. I mean, even in the real world, the planes don't really go faster than, I think it's 10. I don't know if it's 10 miles an hour or whatever it is, but especially if you're turning, you don't want to make your passengers sick. So this, while we're finishing up our taxi here, this setup is.
Target again, FedEx 1366. We're back with you.
Let me see if I can lower.
Crash to desktop. I'd like to take it from the top again if we can, please. 3.5 clearance to John Wayne. Information to you.
Keep centered here.
FedEx 1366 Heavy, Los Angeles Tower.
Audio.
John Wayne Airport, last one departure, transition.
There we go. See if that works. Let me try to do something here.
Departure frequency 124.5, 127145.
See.
John Wayne, by the LAX 1.
There we go. Oh, much better. Yes. Turn the volume down. Was able to do it. Nice. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're almost there. Now, as we approach our hold short area, in other words, we're not going to just get on the airport. We're not going to just get on the runway. We're going to sit there, wait for them to tell us that we have clearance. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and turn on our landing lights, and we'll go ahead and turn on our strobe lights. So now all of our lights are squared away. And by the way, this is C1 to the left. Folks, this is going to be fun. The real fun is the tedious part is this, getting to this point, getting the aircraft prepared, getting your flight plan entered in. I mean, look, we've been doing this for, wait a minute, where's my OBS? Hold on a second before they come up on board. We've been doing this for almost an hour. Oh, so I'm going to slow down, little buddy. Slow down, and I'm going to kind of turn to the left. Cleared for takeoff, runway 25 right, American 88. Now, since they gave us the clearance, we're going to get right on the runway. Now, he did not tell us to run runway 251 or fly heading to. I'm looking over here to make sure we're okay. What he told us was that we were cleared for takeoff. So look to the right. There we go. And we're going to get ourselves lined up. And I want to make sure we're good. Okay, right here. And we're good. So we are going to fly runway heading 251. Okay. So here we go. Put it up 50%. Oh, I know what we forgot to do. Our trim. There we go. Whew. All right. I always forget that. Don't forget to set your trims. Okay, here we go. Release the brakes at the 50% mark. Keep yourself going once you're good. All the way to flex. Use the rudder pedals to keep yourself centered on the runway. Now, over here, we're waiting. We're almost at 140. That's when we will rotate. Remember, that's what was in our performance setting page. 140. Here we go. There we go. Once we are airborne, gears up. Gear up. There we go. Gear up. Once we contact departure at 124.500 American 88. Okay. Take our flaps off. Where are you at? Flaps 0. And let's go over to power, and let's click over to LA departure. Wow, what is this?
LA Center 135.5, November 9th, clear public today.
Los Angeles Center, American 88, currently 3,000 feet. American 88. We'll put on our autopilot. I can barely hear you, American 88. Okay, so we've been instructed to climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Climb and maintain 10,000 feet, American 88. This may have kicked in. There we go. Well, let's see what happens when they come back. In the meantime, I'm going to unarm the spoiler. Now, eventually, they're going to tell us to turn to Ventura. Right? 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 SoCal departure, comp check please, American 88.
555, how about me?
Wonderful, I hear you now. Thank you so much. So whatever was going on over there, but anywho's, here we go. All right, so we are coming up on 10,000 feet. Here's, look at that beautiful ocean. Look at that. There's the coast over there.
American 88, contact LA Center 135.55.
Contact LA Center 135.55, American 88. Thank you so much.
American 1420, climb via SID LA Center 135.55.
So we are going to go down to power and 135, oops, 55. Okay. From here, come back up. Okay. We're going to go ahead and let them know where we're at. Los Angeles Center, American 88, 10,000 feet.
American 88 LA Center. Roger, maintain 10,000. And American 88, clear direct Quang.
Clear direct Quang, American 88.
Actually, no, American 88, turn right direct Ventura, resume on navigation.
Turn direct Ventura, resume on navigation, American 88. Okay, so let's figure out where and...
Los Angeles Center, good afternoon, American 1420 at
okay.
15,000.
I think that's Ventura.
1420 LA Center, climb and maintain flight 330.
Up to 330, American 1420.
Okay, let's go.
Sierra Papa, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
VFR, frequency change approved. Thank you very much.
There's
November
VTU
9,
over to the
Papa.
right. So here we go. So we're going to go.
Walker 1105, Salt Lake is offline, frequency change approved. We'll see you, sir.
Indiana Call, Walker 1105. Have a great Saturday.
Oh, you too, thank you.
So we got to go direct to Ventura. So Ventura is right there.
Descend at the Angel 4 arrival, do not exceed 240 knots.
So we've got to go direct to it.
250 knots in the descent through transition. The Ontario altimeter 299.4.
We need to go a little bit more.
The Angel 4, do not exceed 250 in the transition on 904 altimeter, Carlos 4498.
So what we're going to do is, let me just lower these guys a little bit here. Let me go to the mixer. Let's lower that just a little bit. Okay. We essentially have to get back on path. So Ventura is right here. And And they're going to want us, I know, 316, they're going to want us to go a little bit more. So once we get over there, all right. So we still need to cut over there. I'm going to cut way over there here. Just a little bit more. There we go. So we need to get to this center line right here. Once we're there, then we'll go ahead and...
expect the visual runway 25 approach. The Santa Barbara altimeter is 299.4.
Expect visual approach runway 25, Santa Barbara altimeter 299.4, American 88. So we're going to come up here, change that.
American 88, that's pilot's discretion, descend and maintain 6,000 at PD.
Descend, pilot's discretion, 6,000, American 88.
American 1311, that's not possible. You're entering the terminal area now. If you need to step away for that long, you need to disconnect and come back and read.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start descending. So FCDU, altitude. Wow, just 6,000. There we go.
Correction, 805, but pre-no cleared ILS runway 26 left approach.
The other thing I'm going to do...
clear for the ILS 26 left approach.
The other thing I'm going to do is take our speed down to 180. 180. That's what I'm going to do.
On Romeo Delta, Alexander, under squawk 7302.
Okay. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and turn on the...
Romeo Delta, you're ready to contact 20, question 5 miles.
There we go.
Quang. Say aircraft type.
Now we're going to Quang here. And we're going to follow the line, follow the path, they say.
FedEx 45 LA Center, roger.
Now I'm gonna watch. Okay, I am gonna put some flaps down. Flaps 1. Okay. There's flaps 1. And I think I want to force this to come down. There we go.
It was 4498. Do me a favor, give me your best forward speed in the descent now, please. Best forward speed, Skywest 4498.
Best forward speed in the descent, Skywest 4498. Not a
FedEx 45, FedEx 45 Heavy, LA Center, clear contact. Maintain flight with 330.
Okay, we're at 200.
United 583, LA Center, climb and maintain flight level 380.
I'm going to go ahead and put on my speed brakes.
380.
Okay, we can go ahead and put second flaps.
One will get up. Expect to make you straight in for runway 33 left. I'm going to be seeing you in with a jet, so it's going to be a little bit of a delay for you.
Yeah, no, we're not going to go down.
And one runway Delta, thanks very much. The turn.
Alright.
Actually, one runway Delta to disregard.
So we are descending to 6,000 feet. We're trying to slow down here. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at 180.
Descend and maintain 4,000.
Descend and maintain 4,000, American 88. So we're going to go back up here, FCDU. We're going to come back down.
Are you deleting the 280 at Leeson for best forward speed?
Affirmative.
4498, thanks.
So I'm going to push it a little bit just to get us down there. When I start seeing that go up, then I will go ahead and adjust the speed here a little bit.
At Chan over to tower, base at 805.
Speed. We're going to come down to 60 a little bit. We'll come down to 160 here. In the meantime, I'm going to... Well, let's just see what happens here. Okay, there's 160. So let's do our flaps 3. So once we, let me zoom in here a little bit. Here's our flight plan. We're heading to Quang. Once we get to Quang, it's just a short hop and a jump to Zax. So we're coming down here pretty good. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're back up. Now, Santa Barbara is out there in the distance. I think they're right here, but I don't quite see the field yet. But I think that's it right there.
Skyway 2498, that's the best you can give me, correct?
Currently 320, I can probably squeeze out another 10 knots if you'd like me to.
But we're getting down.
That would help. That would help you and me both.
In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn off my speed brakes. I'm going to arm the spoiler. I'm going to set my brakes.
American 88, depart Quang on a heading of 300 after Quang.
Descend 3,000 feet once I hit Quang, American 88.
American 88, negative, depart Quang on a heading of 300.
Depart Quang at heading 300 after crossing Quang. Okay, so I need to get ready to do this.
Are we going to be for the right side?
That was 4498.
30. After I cross Quang.
Do you usually land south complex or north?
I've like for north.
And in the meantime, we're going to slow down to.
Yeah, that will work excellently. Can you make sure that you tell SoCal that he's assigning runways? But
140.
You need to let
Slowing down to 140.
All right, I'll let him know. Just everything's happening really fast at 3:30. So
we are getting ready to cross Quang.
I appreciate it. Skyway 4498, contact SoCal 124.5 now. Check in with your speed and your runway request.
And we will go ahead and put our funny flaps
4800 for 19,000.
full.
Delta 2523.
And put our landing gear down.
And maintain shuttle 240.
240,
and we're ready. I never turned. What? Gosh, man. I missed it. That's not good. So that's it after Quang. All right, let's see what he says.
I think I can squeeze you in before the jet, so you can you can make straight in runway 33 left. American 88, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, American 88.
FedEx 45, descend via the Cocktail 1 arrival, delay yourself in there 3010, advise leaving flight level 330.
Just going to be at the cocktail one, FedEx 45 will advise.
Now let me see if I can see the field.
Center, FedEx 45, do you have a runway transition?
It is...
I apologize, yes, the runway 1 left transition.
It's
One left,
right over
45.
here. Okay. Okay. There we are, 4,000 feet, 3,000 feet. They should be having us come down to 2,200 here in a second. But still, autopilot is on. Once we're cleared for the visual approach,
Amazon 300 frequency change approved.
then we'll take it off autopilot and bring it in, because then we'll have to manually line up and do the altitude, adjust the altitude and all that. So we're getting there.
American 88, turn left heading 270. The airport's going to be at your 12 o'clock, 10 miles reported in sight.
Turn left 270. We'll advise when the airport field is in sight. I'm in sight, American 88.
Says the 1 Romeo Delta, traffic's a jet on 25. He's maneuvering for the final. 9 miles out, indicating 150 over the ground. Runway tree left. You are cleared to land.
Okay, I see it.
Sorry, say again?
No traffic not in sight, looking.
Oh no, it was not a, it was just an advisory. You don't have to point it out.
Los Angeles Center, runway in sight, American 88, runway 25 in sight.
American 88, roger. Cleared the visual approach runway 25. Continue reducing your speed now. Traffic is on the south for the perpendicular. He's maneuvering for final, 2 mile final now. You are cleared for the visual approach runway 25.
Cleared visual approach 25, and we'll keep an eye out on the aircraft, American 88. Okay, now I will take autopilot off. I slowed us down to 135. And I'm going to take us down to 2,200. Put that up on the screen there. There we go. Oh, and I see it. I see the runway. See the runway? It's right here.
2,500.
Giant 3364 heavy, contact Albuquerque 127.85.
Now we're going to look at the IPAPI stuff. Let's see. So we're still a little too high, so we'll get down until we start seeing red.
United 583, Oakland is offline, frequency change approved.
Okay, what do we got here? Okay, we're still white, all white. We want to start seeing red, so we're going to come down a little bit more. Going to line up.
Romeo Delta, welcome to Santa Barbara. Exit, actually go straight ahead, all the way down. Perfect.
1,000.
Okay, I think I see some red out there. See the red?
1 Romeo Delta, roger, exit left on April.
So let's just line up here.
American 88 traffic is just cleared the runway. You are cleared to land, runway 25.
Cleared to land, runway 25, American 88. Let's get ourselves squared away here. We want 2 whites and 2 reds.
1 Romeo Delta, roger, taxi to the GA. Ramp remain this frequency. Thanks for your help, appreciate it.
500. Whoop. Need to get up a little bit here. We got all red, so we're a little bit too... Here we go. There we go. Wait till we have 2 whites, 2 reds, then we'll continue to descend. There we go. Continue to descend. There we go.
300.
Los Angeles
Back
Center,
off a little bit.
07 Bravo Romeo with you, level 9,000.
There we go.
Bravo Romeo, LA Center, the Santa Barbara.
Here we go. Whoop. Come up a little bit.
100.
Here we go.
Bravo Romeo.
50. 40.
Okay, flare a little
30,
bit.
20. Retard.
There we go. Got our reverses on. Let the system slow down. Use the rudder pedals to keep yourself on the runway. Once you reach 60, turn off the reversers. And you can pump the brakes to release the auto brakes. And now we are in Santa Barbara. We made it.
Just verify you're a Premier jet, correct?
Yeah. Okay. Slow down a little bit.
Zero Golf Mike, LA.
Slow down. Turn to the left. Let's go ahead and exit the runway. Let them know.
45 is leaving 330.
FedEx 45, roger, thank you.
Los Angeles Center, American 88 cleared runway 25.
American 88, welcome to Santa Barbara. Exit left right there. And taxi to the ramp via Alpha. Cross runway 33 left and runway 33 right.
Yes, we'll taxi to the main gate via Alpha, crossing runways 33 left and 33 right. American 88.
Los Angeles Center, Canada 7902, with you passing level 9,000.
Air Canada 792, Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 350.
So we will, I want to show you something quick before I do anything right here. Let me show you something here. See these arrows? These are the speed brakes. So I put, release the speed brakes once, boom, release them again, boom. Oh, again? Oh yeah, they're all off. Okay, then I'm gonna take all the flaps off. So here we go, flaps, 0. Okay, let's reset the view.
Los Angeles Center,
and I'm going to turn off one engine.
JetBlue 24 Tango, Los Angeles Center, hello, climb and
there we
maintain
go.
flight level 280, radar contact.
And we'll go ahead and begin our taxi.
Flight level 280, JetBlue 24 Tango.
Let's see here. Oops. Let me get to my thing here to lower them a little bit. Hold on one second, everybody. Okay, let's put them down. There we go. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. All right, let's taxi. So we're only running on one engine, which is the right engine. So here we go. And we'll hear the dog barking. When the dogs bark. Okay. Clear it on the left, clear it on the right. Let's go ahead and make our move. Okay. Let's get out here. I shut one engine off, and I know they don't. Maybe they do it in real life. I don't know. But I've heard that little barking before on airplanes. Listen. Which I think means that only one engine is on. I think. I don't know. But having both engines on at the same time causes the plane to taxi a little too much. So what I do is I just have one engine, and every once in a while I'll just back off on the engine. And the plane will slow down. So as you can see, this right here, 14, 13, that's the indicated airspeed on the ground. I'm sorry, indicated ground speed. So yeah, it's pretty amazing, all of the buildings and graphics that they've done. So once I slow down, you know, past you know, like 10, or once I get to like 9, then I'll go ahead and pick up. You know, you just kind of do it the way you're gonna do it. Do it the right way. How would you do it in a real airplane? You wouldn't just you wouldn't just give it all full throttles to get there as quick as you could, now would you? Probably not. So, you know. Okay, we're at 8. And then the other thing is, you don't want to make turns when you're going faster than 10. So, better safe to be below 10. Like now, we're doing 7. If we wanted to make a turn, now's a good time to make one. But we're not going to make one because we're on a straightaway. So, let's go ahead and kick up some fuel. A little bit of throttle. Kind of get us going a little bit. There we go. We're getting there, everybody. Hold your horses. Rightio. I'll tell you what, the landing is tough.
Romeo, the Santa Barbara weather is
landing, or the landings are tough.
Altimeter 29902. Expect visual runway 25 approach.
Here comes in another guy.
Okay, variable winds and expect runway 25 approach into Santa Barbara visual. 7 Bravo Romeo.
And 7 Bravo Romeo. I'm happy to give you runway 7 if you'd like shorter taxi. Let me know.
Shorter taxi?
Yeah, we're thinking about going to the transient parking on the north side GA, so I could take 7, it's fine.
Yeah, 7 will be much better for you. You can expect the visual runway 7 approach.
Copy that. Expect visual runway 7. 7 Bravo Romeo.
Okay.
Delta 20 request to send on the Johnny 5.
All right.
Delta 25.
So again, here we go.
5 arrival, runway 8.
Go here.
The Burbank altimeter is 29904.
There we go. And we are going to park right there where that gate is. That's where we're going to go. So let me see what we're going to be doing here.
Thanks for accommodating.
I think
No worries,
this
my pleasure. 0 Golf Mike,
way right here. Yeah. So we are going to turn in, slow down, turn in, and you got this guy over here. Let's keep yourself going.
Back in 198 LA Center, roger. Continue climbing and maintain flight level 340.
Now, see the guy in the front? So we need to go a little bit this way. There we go. Slow down. There we go. Nice. Nice. Okay. We set the parking brake. There we go. We are going to now I want to show you something.
Back at 1420,
actually, I need to let LA Center know that we are secured and at the gate. And thank them for his service. And then we'll turn them off. Los Angeles Center, American 88 is parked and secured. Thank you so much for your service.
American 88, it's always my pleasure to see you. We'll see you again.
See ya. All right, here we go. So I wanted to show you. Let me disconnect from them. That way they will not pop on here anymore. What I wanted to show you was this. When you come to the gate, I turned off one of my engines. but it's the engines that generate power for the aircraft. So if the engines are off, you have to use another means to get power. Now, you can see up here there is external power which is available, and you can turn that off. I mean, you can turn that on so you get power from a generator. But the APU is I think it's either automatic power unit or advanced power unit or avionics power. I don't know what it is. Anyway, it's APU. So if the APU is on, it's like a little generator, and it generates power to the aircraft. So if I were to turn off engine 2, and I'll do that here in a second. Let's see. Right now, engine 2 is still on, right? You can see engine 2 there. You can see that's still on, but I turned off the other engine way back, when we started taxiing. So when I turn off engine 2, if the APU was not on, then all of the power in the aircraft was shut off, and you don't want that. So when you come into land, one of the pre-checklist or items on the checklist is to turn on the APU and start it, right? That's what I did. So if I were to turn off engine 2, the aircraft will still remain on. I mean, the power, but the engines will shut off. Let's see. Now I have to get past the Microsoft logbook here. Hold on one second. So I'm going to turn it off. Actually, let me go outside so you can see. Actually, let me see if I can turn the view around here a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So I'm going to turn engine 2 off. I just turned it off. Okay, we get this. Okay. There we go. So that engine is shutting down. Now, I don't know if in real life they stop spinning that quick. That was pretty quick. But anyway, they're off, right? Okay, now the other thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our lights, and we can turn off the strobe lights. You can see them. They're flashing over here. They're flashing on the edge of the wing over there. You can kind of see them flashing. So I'll turn those off. Okay, good, they're off. The beacon light, you can see it on top of the airplane. The little red light, that's blinking. I can turn that off. Okay, that's off. I could turn the taxi light off. Or, yeah, landing lights. Turn those off. And I can turn the taxi lights off. There you go. The nav and logo light can stay on. We can turn... actually, we could turn those off, too, because it's daytime. Doesn't matter. And we can turn off the wing... Oh, you can see the wing lights. See them above the... where are they at? Oh, anyway. All right. So all of the lights are off. Let's go back in. We can go ahead and let people off the plane. So let's go to the overhead. We can turn off the seatbelt sign. That way people can get out of their seats and get their stuff. In the meantime, we can go ahead and call over the jetway. So let's go back out here and let's get rid of that. Let's zoom out. Right? We'll zoom out. And I wonder where that other airplane is. I don't know where he was going to, but anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead and call the jetway. I don't know why that's not working. Maybe it's Maybe stairwell. Or maybe let's do the power. Let's connect power. So go back here, connect the power. Now, once the power's on, we can turn off the APU stuff. So we could turn off the master switch. Very good. Everything is off. Zoom back over here. Let's go to the left. And let's see if we can call the jetway. There we go. So the jetway comes over. Let's do this. We'll go ahead and do the luggage. And we'll go ahead and clean the catering and the toilets and all that stuff. Now, what happened to my jetway? Are you telling me I'm in the wrong position? Let's try it again. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Now, it's interesting that it doesn't realize that you've arrived. So you watch. Let's see what it does. I think it's going to load. It looks like it's going to load luggage instead of unload, but who cares? Anyway, folks, hey, it was fun. I hope you enjoyed this. Let's go back into the aircraft. While we're here, we'll go ahead and shut everything down. While we're working on it, I will just go ahead and turn off the power. Let me see if that works. Hold on. Let's see if we've got battery. Battery's off. Battery 2 is off. Battery 1 is off. Generator 2 is off. Generator 1 is off. All right. Other than that, it is quiet, man. And now if we go back, everything should be out. Folks, it was fun. It was real. Have a beautiful day. Adios.